We have helped over 70 students get into top Canadian universities. All 12 universities in Gaza have been destroyed. And so it's very difficult, especially for graduate students, to continue their studies now in Gaza. 2 of our students have been martyred since after getting their admissions. They were twin sisters accepted at the University of Waterloo. But very clearly, France is able to process the applications.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Ahmed Ramadan for Muslim Network TV, and this is GTA Muslims Today. Today we have a very interesting and unique interview with Nada El-Falou, who is the Director of Student Services for the PSSAR network. The PSSAR is the Palestinian Students and Scholars at Risk. Nada, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So my first question to you is, can you tell us a little bit about this network and what you're trying to accomplish?
Yes. So the Palestinian Students and Scholars at Risk Network is a nonprofit organization that is supporting Palestinian students. We were founded by a group of academics who are very passionate about helping our fellow academics and just upholding global academic solidarity. We help our students navigate the complex process of applying to Canadian universities, including getting their admissions, helping them with preparing for their interviews with professors and so on. So we're more facilitators. We're mentors. And alhamdulillah, we have helped over 70 students get into top Canadian universities in various fields, including medicine, engineering, and so on. Alhamdulillah.
So, mashallah, that's incredible work. And it's a real tangible help to the people that are suffering in Gaza. Mm. So, that's a great job that you're doing. I wanted to say that you've had a lot of support from, academics here, professors. What is the value that they see that students from Gaza bring when they come to Canada to study?
Yeah. In academia in general, we value international students so much and international scholars simply because of just, the nature of academia and our preference to share knowledge with the rest of the world and using people who have skills that they earned in other areas. So that's already, a solid basis for always wanting to help people and have people from abroad. But for these Palestinian students, especially, they're the cream of the crop. They're the top students in their universities, and they have so much to offer us. The professors are very, very excited to have them in their labs because they bring so much knowledge and, mashallah, and excellence. However, all 12 universities in Gaza have been destroyed. And so it's very difficult, especially for graduate students, to continue their studies now in Gaza. And so in addition to, us being excited to get these very excellent candidates, we also would like to help them continue their careers.
Yeah, I know that in Gaza, in Palestine, education is given a very high priority. There's an incredibly high literacy rate in Gaza. So it's incredible that you're able to bring some of them over here to continue their studies. You said there's 70 students that have already made it to Canada?
There are 70 students who we have secured admission for, and they have applied for their study permits, but they are still waiting for their study permits, and they have not come to Canada, unfortunately. They've been just waiting in limbo. Their applications, they've completed their applications online, and they've been waiting for up to 16 months for a response from IRCC.
So we've seen Canada expedite certain immigration, especially this is a very specific type of immigration to Canada, specifically for students. What has been the holdup in this scenario?
Unfortunately, this is a lack of political will on Canada's end. As you mentioned, they have expedited processes for other people, especially those at risk, rightfully so. And even without the expedition, the process is not this bad. The processing time for a regular study permit in Cairo, Egypt, has varied between 6 to 9 weeks in the last year, while I've been monitoring it. And our students have been waiting for a whole year now. So it's really not, we're at this point where we're at least hoping for a fair processing time, not even an expedition, unfortunately. And the holdup is simply a lack of political will. Canada has cited some reasons, but unfortunately, they're very bureaucratic responses, and they're not very accurate.
So the professors here have agreed, the universities have agreed, the students that are coming are top of their class, they're the cream of the crop, like you said, yet the holdup is from the Canadian government side and the political will to bring these students that are basically in a genocide zone facing a possible execution. And now we know there's a mass starvation campaign by Israel towards Gaza. So what's happening to the students there?
The students, I strongly admire, because so many, they're still in contact with us. They're still trying their very best. They're still keeping their applications updated. They are resilient. They are the definition of resilience. But as you said, unfortunately, we keep getting messages from our students saying, I lost a family member yesterday, and that's why I didn't reply. Someone sent, one of our students sent a picture of a few bags of vegetables, saying that it cost them $150 USD to get this very small amount of food to feed their family. Our students are going through a very, very hard time in Gaza. Have
any of the ones that have been accepted died?
Yes,
I shouldn't say died, my apologies. I should say have been killed?
Yes. 2 of our students have been murdered since after getting their admissions. They were twin sisters accepted at the University of Waterloo.
That's very sad to hear. So what universities have accepted students here in the Greater Toronto area?
I think my last count was about 30 universities across Canada. In the GTA, we have students accepted at the University of Toronto, Toronto Metropolitan University. I believe we also have a student at York, and where I'm at, I know I technically a little outside of the GTA, but we have many students, about 25 students at the University of Waterloo as well.
That's great. That's excellent. So my last question to you is, for our viewers, what can they do to help with your campaign in bringing these students to Canada?
Yeah, we have quite a few avenues. We have a few letters that they can sign to send to their MPs, to the Minister of Immigration, and so on. But I really urge everyone to try reaching out to your MP and raising this issue to them and telling them that you care about these students, because as we mentioned, it's not just a matter of whether these students will start their studies in this fall. It's also a matter of whether they'll be alive to start them at all. So please reach out to your MPs, send them an email, give them a phone call, and tell them you care about these students, and be very firm that this is a systematic issue that all students, all Palestinians are facing, and it is not case by case.
Are there other countries, especially allies of Canada, that have a similar program but are doing a better job of bringing students in from Gaza?
Yes, there are a few countries like France, Ireland, Turkey, and Qatar who have facilitated similar visas for students in Gaza, and they have been able to evacuate the students out. Just last week, France evacuated a good number, and this week they have another evacuation scheduled for Thursday. As we mentioned, this is a lack of political will on Canada's end, because they keep citing that it's not possible, or that it's difficult, or that it's a technical problem. But very clearly, France is able to to process the applications, to evacuate the students out to an area where they can submit their biometrics, and to take them to France. So Canada really needs to step it up on that end.
Yeah, it's a very positive campaign you have going for the Palestinians facing the Israeli genocide in Gaza. So I appreciate your hard work. We'll make sure to include the link of the website in the description of the video. And thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you for having me.
Assalamu alaikum. And this is Ahmed Ramadan from Muslim Network TV. Make sure you like, subscribe, share your comments below. Let us know what you think about this program and what you can do to help. And stay tuned for more. Assalamu alaikum.